For Opti-Glide installations in a camera checkout department with multiple camera checkout bays, it is important to take a few factors into account. Reasonable space between each lane so camera crews can spread their various camera and equipment cases, as well as pedestals lined up at regular intervals. At the time of the installation, it is very important to restrict the access to the room in which the Opti-Glides will be installed, particularly during the installation of the infrastructure supporting the I-beams. This is usually a delicate phase that requires not only the drilling and securing of the supporting vertical bars, but also the careful hoisting and leveling of the I-beam to the ceiling. This is also time-consuming. Usually significant shimming needs to be done in order to make sure the I-beam is perfectly leveled. On most installations, we also add L-bars laterally that are mounted to the web of each I-beam to offer additional support. For installations where the ceiling height is significant, we have added horizontal bars that connect between each I-beam. Here is the example of Panavision in New York City, where we were dealing with very high ceilings. In this particular case, we simply add more bracing to make sure the entire installation is extremely rigid. The second phase of the installation deals with the placement of the rail sections. The rail sections vary in length depending on the overall length of each lane. For example, in this particular installation at Flug Camera Rentals in New York City, we were dealing with 20-foot long Opti-Glide systems. In this case, each system will consist of two 10-foot rail sections. Each section is made of supporting plates. The rail sections are mounted to the I-beam through the laterally adjustable brackets secured to the flange. In this phase of the installation, one must carefully adjust each plate so the tracks are perfectly leveled through the entire length of each lane. We use levels and go through each supporting plate individually. Now the installation of the systems themselves can begin. First, we start with the installation of the carriages, and then we move to the encoder system if present, and the cable management system. We adjust every aspect, including the bridge for the supporting monitor, as well as the frame for the charts. In this phase of the installation, we strongly recommend that the in-house technician be present to understand every aspect of the installation and how everything works. Concurrently, we do the installation of the pedestals. This is a delicate operation that requires drilling on the floor for cement floors and anchoring for wood floors. The pedestals are mounted with base flanges that are secured via 1/4 20 bolts. We make sure that the surface of the pedestals is absolutely leveled. It is also important at this stage of the installation to know what the minimal distance from the film plane to the chart will be, as this will determine where the pedestal will be mounted. The height of the pedestal is also an important decision. In this particular installation at RE Rentals in Burbank, California, we went with 42 inches for the height of each pedestal. Please contact us with any questions you might have about the installation process.